Yo, what's up guys? So, I finally took a look at every single unit in the update, so we're gonna be now doing the updated tier list. So let's quickly go through all of the new units, and then we will rank them on the list. Let's get it. Alright, I'm gonna speed run through these lesser units, the ones that people care less about. So first up we have this guy right here, Beerus Disguised. So basically he is the free Beerus you get from that one raid, just reskin, and he sucks, guys. He looks cool. Unfortunately though, I don't even think his animations work. Like, I have my attack effects on high, and I still don't think they work. So hopefully they fix those animations soon, because this is a little bit sad, but we'll get there. All right, don't bother getting him, guys. He's just for the looks. All right, next up we have Bacterian. Now he is an interesting unit, to say the least. All right, apparently he's from Dragon Ball. All right, so he actually has not too bad stats. He might be good for the Hell Raid. All right, his final stats are also not too bad as well, guys. All right, there we go. Full AoE, not bad, decent damage. All right, if we go pop a buff on him as well, fairly decent. I definitely think he has some raid mode potential. Definitely no potential for infinite mode though. So we'll rank him on the tier list. All right, so I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really think this guy is good. Considering he's a trading unit and you could just get him for free. But he is definitely just a reskin of Beerus, so don't really bother. Bacterian though, he's actually fairly decent for raid modes. I'm gonna give him I don't know if he's actually, I don't know, I'll give him like sweet. I don't know, man. It's tough here. I think he definitely deserves, honestly, he might be better than the path. I think he deserves, honestly, I'm gonna give him B tier. He's not bad. All right, next up we have Anita Max. All right, I'm just gonna speedrun her. She's okay. All right, her stats aren't the worst thing in the world. All right, take a look at those stats. 433k for 6 SPA. I mean, let's be real, guys. I'm not gonna write home to my mom about her. However, it is a little bit better at max level, so she's not a bad unit. I definitely will give her some potential in raid mode. Unfortunately though, her AoE sucks, so I don't know, man. Maybe put her in like C tier somewhere. Like, she's not too bad, but she's not that great either. All right, next up we have Caulifla. All right, now she fuses into an OP unit, so she's okay, but I'll show you her separately. All right, and I'm pretty sure Kale probably just does the same thing as her. So her stats aren't actually too bad. This is her max level stats. All right, if we go get her buffed up, here we go. So 2 million DPS is actually pretty good. Definitely on pace with a lot of other units, especially pretty good SPA and good range. All right, so overall, I'm gonna say she deserves to be, I would put her up there with Aqua Goku, the OG. All right, Jiren, etc. However, she does have the ability to turn into an OP unit. So I guess technically speaking, she does deserve S tier, but she's mainly good in her fusion form. All right, so her fusion form basically is a budget Goku with more DPS, but not full AoE. So her fusion form is actually pretty good. So I will put them both in S tier. I definitely think they have a lot of potential, especially, but she currently is only ground, but they both have a lot of potential. All right, next up we have Rengekai. This is one of like the blue gem units. She's okay. She's Holy Enchant, full AoE, not bad at all. All right, I would say definitely a little bit less damage than her, but I would put her in the B tier. She's not too bad. All right, let's go check out some of the units that got buffed. All right, first up we have Docking Gaitara. They got a nice damage buff. All right, now they're a lot better for raids. Look at that, guys. Not bad at all stats. And decent infinite mode stats as well. So Fiend Siblings got a pretty nice buff. G Brothers also got a nice buff. All right, look at how cracked they are now for infinite mode. I mean, for raid mode. Really, really good stats. All right, Jack Hammer, the Hammer, from Baki, Jack Hanma. This guy also got a really nice buff, guys. 300,000 DPS at level 1 for infinite mode, and for raid mode, he's doing quite a bit as well. So for raid mode, he's doing pretty good DPS. Definitely a really good raid mode unit, especially because he's dark and you can get the element bonus. All right, Patu, stats are insane. For the money, she does 3 times more damage than Sid, which is just freaking ridiculous. So she's definitely a good unit to go for. And then we have the 2 Star Pass units. She turns into a full AoE beast, guys, with Dark Enchant. So she's a raid mode god right there. Look at those stats. And then Record Holder turns into a really, really nice bleed unit. Look at those bleed stats, not bad at all. And then max them out. You're gonna see their stats. They're basically a clone of Gaiataro. Look at this. Look at these stats. Look at this, guys. Literally like the same thing. If you take a little bit of a notice to that. I guess that's what they based the stats off. 4.67 for 3. Look at that, guys. Isn't that ridiculously similar? And the same price too. How crazy is that? But I definitely think he's better overall. But he's Burn, and I believe Burn is slightly worse than Bleed, but it's close. So those are all the buff units. So let's go rank them real quick. I have to find some of them though. Oh my gosh, I haven't touched these units on the tier list in a hot minute. Oh man, let me go. We'll rank the 2 new Star Pass units. She is definitely really good for raids. I'm gonna give her A tier easily for raids. All right, and Cranial definitely deserves to be A tier as well. Really good burn unit. All right, up there with the other burn units. All right, next up we have all the units that got buffed. So let me go find those right quick. All right, here is the hammer. I'm gonna move him up to probably B tier. Really good B tier unit. B tier is not in order. Next up we need to find Puppet Ant. Oh, here's G Brothers. I'm gonna also move him up to the B tier. Definitely some raid mode potential there. No infinite mode potential though. All right, then we got Fiend Siblings. I'm gonna move Fiend Siblings all the way up to B tier as well. Pretty good after the buff. And now I just need to find the Puppet Ant. All right, so I'm gonna move the Puppet Ant all the way up to B tier as well. Not a bad unit. All right, let's go check out some of these new update units as well. Let's go. All right, first up we have Doma. This guy is from the exotic coin. He's really OP. Look at this, guys. 300 placement cost. So if you gave him the cost orb, guys, he would only cost 200 to place. So you could speedwagon farm and place him down all on wave 1, which is crazy good. Especially if you level him up. Also, he's freeze as well. So he's a really, really good raid unit right there. Decent stats as well. All right, take a look. And he's hybrid too for only like 6-7k. So really, really nice. Honestly, might even have some potential for AFK modes. All right, then we got Total Judgment. Looking good. Now, Total Judgment, I believe, is just a time stop. So we're going to go increase the HP a bunch. And we'll see exactly what Total Judgment does. In case you guys were wondering. But I believe it's a time stop based on what it says on the screen. All right, so there we go. Let's go spawn in a bunch of enemies. All right, there we go. And then Total Judgment. Yeah, guys. So it's a ultimate time stop ability, like Dio over Heaven, etc. You can see. So as far as how long it lasts, I guess it lasts a decently long time. However, I'm not sure how meta it is. All right, we'll have to check that out later. So I guess he's technically a support unit. So as far as him being a meta support unit, I don't think he quite gets that distinction. But I will put him in the A tier support. He's not a bad unit at all. But the freeze does kind of make things a little bit weird. So he might even move down to B tier. But he actually does some good damage too. All right, next up we have the one and only the Finger. Look at this, guys. Card Titan. Pretty good stats, guys. All right, infinite mode stats aren't that good, but the raid mode stats are beastly. So if you're doing like the Decision Raid or something, she's gonna be really, really good. So 100,000 DPS at max with no buff is really good, and full AoE with a 120 range. So let's just say, guys, she's an absolute beast, especially for the Decision Raid. So I'm gonna easily give her credit where credit's due, and I'm gonna give her B tier. Definitely a good unit. Again, B tier is not in order. All right, next up we have the one and only. I'm gonna go sell the Card Titan. He's completely just filling the screen with explosions, which is a good thing. All right, we have Bunny. Now oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. I thought I placed down the Bunny. We have the Bunny. Now she is the other exotic coin unit. Her stats are all right. Again, she's good for Decision Raid with that full AoE action. All right, World Expansion. She's really cheap to max, decent enough DPS, and World Expansion is actually pretty good as well. All right, look at their HP. All right, there we go. Has a little cutscene as well. There we go. And I believe it is a full map nuke. Yeah, it's a weak nuke, but it's actually a pretty decent nuke. Yeah, so it looks like it did a good amount of damage. I think it did, yeah, like 50 million or something like that. So it's a full damage nuke attack. Not too bad. All right, next up we have Caulifla. It's an air unit, pretty much the best 5-star in the game. Look at those stats, guys. All right, no element though, so can't really use it for raids. All right, then we have Toka. Again, look at that, 0.5 SPA, a great unit for AFKing. Actually, a really good unit for AFKing, dang. I think except she costs 650 to place, so it's a little bit tough. Ghoul Splash, Arrow Shot, Arrow Burst. Really cheap to max and really OP for raids, guys. 200,000 DPS with that range, etc. But the problem is it's not really any good rage you need Fire Enchant for. And then we got Chad. All All right, Chad has some decent stats as well. Holy Enchant, you can combine him with God Zamasu for raids, Distraction Beat, and some pretty decent DPS as well. So basically on this list, we got a bunch of raid units. So let's go get all these ranked up here. All right, she is, I guess, I'll put her in like B tier. I think basically they're all B tier units in my opinion. Kale, honestly, maybe C tier. All right, more B tier units, good enough for raids. All right, cool. So we got a few more units to check out, guys. So let's go finish it up. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Look at those starting stats, guys. For 500 placement, that's really good. So LeBron is definitely a good raid mode unit. 96k. All right, 193k, 643, then 741 with some crazy range for the three-pointer. 3 SPA. Love it. Look at that. So definitely a really good raid unit. However, no real potential for infinite mode, but the DPS is pretty good. Granted, he does have a really small, like, Golden Frieza-esque AoE, which kind of sucks. All right, next up we got Vampire Queen. She's another good bleed unit. A lot of potential. Super cheap to max, guys. All right, or to get to almost maxed. However, her bleed damage isn't that great, and she's a fire element, so it is what it is. And then, of course, guys, 3.55 million damage with a 9 SPA. So not that great bleed damage for infinite mode. And then last up, we got Toji, the beast. Holy Enchant, guys, which is crazy. So again, you can stack him with God Zamasu to make him a raid mode beast. And he does have some good raid mode stats, guys. Look at this for bleed, 1.98 million, 3.99 million. I mean, 3.99k. You could 99 million at like 400k. You could definitely use this guy in raid mode for sure, because that's without buff. That's really good. And then for infinite mode as well, really cracked out too. I'd probably say he's the best bleed unit in the game because he's full AoE and he's hybrid. So that's pretty much busted. All right. However, I do think he might do slightly less damage than actually, let me check. Well, he does have an orb on him, but let me check how much what our boy Zoro does. Zoro 7-star Astd. All right, Zoro at level 175 does 14.8 and he does 12.6. So Zoro is doing a little bit more damage, but again, you're not getting that full AoE magic, and you're also not getting heavenly impact, which I'm still not entirely sure what it does. Let me spot a bunch of units. Oh, so it's a nuke. Okay, I think it's a really weak nuke. So I think it's a really weak nuke that can cool down. So there you go, guys. So that's what it does. Super weak nuke, but could be useful considering how fast the cooldown is. Okay, so I think it's a weak nuke with a fast cooldown. That's actually pretty busted. So overall, guys, you already know where we're putting our boy Toji, guys. Like, come on. We got to put Toji in the S tier easily, guys. Honestly, I would say Toji's like way up there. Say Toji's like way high S tier. All right, this guy, LeBron James, easily B tier. Again, B tier is not in order. And Vampire Queen also deserves B tier as well. Again, B tier is not in order. So there you go, guys. There's the new tier list. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.